Hey everybody, just making this video to let you know I made it to the end of 2022. It's been a shocking year for me. As you know, this time last year I was looking into a big black void because I had just been unlawfully stood down at work for refusing to comply with an ultra-virus public health order. Basically anyone who didn't get this injection couldn't work in 90% of industries in my state. As I said, completely unlawful, blatant human rights violations, but big businesses just don't seem to care. They just seem to think whatever the government says is go. You have to obey. No, you don't. You can put your foot down and tell the government to go to hell. But unfortunately they didn't, and I had to stand, basically I stood alone. I mean, I'm not the only one in the state going through it, but virtually everyone in my company just complied. If everyone put their foot down and said, no, we're not doing that, they would have had to stand up to Mark McGowan. And if enough companies did that, he would have backed down, because the man's a gutless little weasel. Yeah, he doesn't like people standing up to him. But anyway, I'll tell you a little bit more about me. So I tell you a little bit more what happened to me this year. Sorry, I'm tired. It's been a long year, long day. I just recently had to kick somebody out of my house for refusing to pay rent. This went on for like 3 months. I just had enough. I issued him a vacate order. He agreed to move out last Saturday, and he didn't. And I had other people coming in to see the spare room. And so I had to move all his stuff out. Most of it's in the carport. His more expensive stuff is in the living room. And I left him a letter, stuck it to the gate out the front, and so I know he got it, I know he read it. But a couple of days ago he came, he tried to break into the property. He tried to get in through the back door, then he went to his bedroom window and tried to open that as well. I changed the locks, by the way, because I knew this guy wouldn't comply and would try something like this. Because I've dealt with him for 3 months. We keep saying, oh, I'll pay the rent on time next time, but he never did. Then he tried to break the front door down, tried to kick it down in the middle of the day. Cops came out, but he just disappeared just a couple of minutes before they got there. As always, you know, cops never arrive on time. But here's something really disgusting. He left a great big poo in my backyard, despite me. This is the kind of person that he is. But anyway, I haven't heard anything back. I haven't heard anything from him. He knows how to contact me to get his stuff. He has made no effort to do so. I don't know what his end game is. You know, he's probably really pissed at me that that I wouldn't stand up to him playing me for a fool anymore. He took my kindness and patience and exploited that. I'm not a kind and patient person. Anyone who knows me can testify to that. Anyway, going back a few months ago, I had a guy called Matthew living here. And the cops arrested him here at least twice. He's having some war with his ex-wife. I told him, look, I can't deal with this. I can't have the police coming in my home and arresting people all hours of the day and night. You're going to have to leave. And he tried to take his own life. It looks like he slit his wrist down at there's a park over here where he did the deed, and then he walked back to the house bleeding everywhere. He bled all over it's a huge pool of blood just outside the front door. His entire bedroom covered in blood. I walk home at 10:30 at night, and I walk into this. His son greets me at the door. He said, oh, my dad's just tried to kill himself. There's blood everywhere. He took off, the police took off, and the paramedics took off, and left me to deal with a house half covered in blood. So I rang the police and said, what do I do? My house is half covered in blood. Oh, we'll get back to you and tell you what you should do. They never rang me back. I had to find out on my own what to do. I eventually, I can't remember who I spoke to, it was a few months ago, but told her to get some trauma cleaners, like crime scene cleaners, to come in and deal with the mess. It took me 4 attempts to be able to get somebody. The first crime sceners I tried to contact, I found them on the internet, and they just had this form to fill out and said, we'll contact you back within 48 hours. That's nice when you're dealing with something like this. The second crime scene cleaners I contacted. I just had voicemail. The third one I contacted was a woman who goes, oh, well, it's a bit far for me to travel. Well, I don't know. Like, really? You're dealing with people who, like, may have just lost someone to suicide or someone's been murdered in their house, and this is how you're treating them? But the fourth crime scene cleaners I contacted said, we'll be out there within 2 hours. So I went with them, and they did a really good job. It cost me $900. I got most of that back from insurance. And it's, my insurance company deals with things like this on a case-by-case basis because it's not covered in their policy. People trying to like bleed all over your house. Well, not trying. I don't think he intended to do it. But fortunately, yeah, they covered like most of that. But I still had to like I had to throw out his bed, which I haven't been able to replace. It wasn't a super expensive bed. It was bought off Gumtree. So by my first person to stay with me, Jonas. Yeah. So I have been working. I mean, I'm not getting the same income that I did before with my previous job of 16 years that I was kicked out of. I'm so angry about that, and I have every right to be. We have a government here that's completely out of control, just doing whatever they like, and people just and just going along with it. They don't have to. Like, we've got 26 million people in this country. What's the government going to do? 26 million people put their foot down and say no. Nothing. They'll just crawl back into their little hole and disappear. And we can go back to normal. It's so easy to go back to normal, guys. You just say no. Anyway, I'm wishing you all a happy new year. I hope 2023 is a lot better than this year. And everyone out there, keep safe. God bless. See ya.